Exactly is the subject that we want to cover right now with the American Heart Association of Iowa after a very special Giving Tuesday. They are forging ahead and talking about a year-round initiative going into 2021 of trying to do some good, all centered around their very popular Heart Ball fundraiser. So very excited to have Bob Montgomery joining us this morning, Vice President and General Manager of On Media, and also Craig Hunt, who is owner of Universal Cuts, but also a survivor, which is so important to tell that story as well. So Bob, we're going to start with you. Talk about this new initiative, already planning ahead for 2021 with the American Heart Association. What are you guys doing?
Well, they are kind of changing the focus a little bit. They have a history at the American Heart Association of doing the Heart Ball every year, right? So they do this traditionally, this big event in February. Obviously, with the COVID situation, that became something that was difficult to plan for, and we made a decision to back that up to June. And it actually coincides well with the decision to take this campaign more to a year-round campaign, and that's the Heart of Des Moines idea and campaign, where as opposed to one big event that takes place in February, the idea is to create multiple touch points throughout the year that help educate people and inform people about heart disease and ways to combat heart disease.
Right, so this is an initiative that will be ongoing, and do we have a target goal that we're trying to achieve?
Well, we're hoping that we can raise about $300,000, and a lot of that will be associated with the Heart Ball event. But yeah, our goal is to raise $300,000. I'd like us to see us do more than that, but that's the number they gave me to go after, so that's what I'm going to go after.
Well, good for you, Bob. And as you mentioned, a big part of that is education. And I don't think there's any better education than hearing from someone who's kind of been through it. And Craig, we understand you're kind of the new ambassador this year, as many are going to be looking to you and your story. Do you mind sharing that with us this morning?
About 4 years ago, I was in my barber shop, and I suffered a severe stroke while I was had a client in the chair. I was totally uninformed of what was going on with myself. The whole left side of my body, I lost movement, and I'm left-handed, so I was panicking. I immediately got home and called the doctor within probably 30 minutes, and they said, don't drive nowhere, don't go nowhere, get to the hospital. And when I got there, after running the tests and everything, I found out that I had a stroke, and I was like really scared to death because I had lost my own mother at the age of 52 in 2006 to a heart attack. So it was real scary. And as a barber, it was really scary because just because if I'm able to, it's my livelihood. If I lose the left side of my, don't regain form, I'm not going to be able to work. So I became very passionate after surviving it and working myself back to good health. Just about informing others about the signs of heart disease, high blood pressure, and Wesley had came in, and it was a client and friend of mine, and we were just talking about it, and he was just talking about his job, and we were talking about my story because I was just talking about the stroke in our families. And then he was like, man, you have a really good story. We should, and if you're passionate about it, we should use the barbershop to inform others, to educate others, to help raise money for the American Heart Association. Last year, I attended the ball. Me and my wife were actually very big supporters of it. So the barbershop, we have the nurses come in, and they're able to check people's blood pressure. A lot of people don't go to the doctor just regular enough. Like me, I didn't even know my blood pressure was sky high. So they're able to come in, and as the patrons come in, they're able to check their blood pressure, offer them informative packets, which the people that enter our shop really appreciate what they're doing. And a lot of times, sometimes we're able to catch somebody that may have high blood pressure and able to educate them on what they can do to lower their blood pressure. And I think that's important because, we're getting a chance to actually maybe intervene before somebody does have a stroke and possibly save a life, probably save a health condition or hospital trip that they don't need to have if we can offer information for them.
Yeah, Craig, you're using your personal experience and sharing that in an industry where you're encountering people every single day, and you can be truly changing, if not saving, lives. So thank you for sharing your story today. And again, Bob, it's all about education this year. We're going after people's initiatives and, yes, they're donations, but it's also about learning how to save not only your own life, but maybe someone else's as well. So if people want to continue on with this initiative, especially this strong thing going beyond the tables, what we're calling it in 2021, how can we get started?
The best way, frankly, would be to go onto the website, learn a little bit more about it, go on to the American Heart Association, heart.org, and you can learn more about what they do and the services they offer. You're right, this year it really is about education, not only the high blood pressure, hypertension education and abilities to get your blood pressure taken. We're also focusing on CPR training, so folks can learn how to do that. He mentioned his mother passed away at 52. My dad passed away at 54 of a heart attack. And I wasn't present for that, but I know that in a situation like that, if there's somebody there that knows how to do CPR, that can make the difference between life and death. And so that's our two big initiatives are on education, so that one, you know how to take better care of yourself, and two, you may also be in a position to intervene and help somebody else do the right thing for their health.
Yeah, you trained over 118,000 Iowans last year in CPR alone with the help from the American Heart Association. So thank you for everything that you guys are doing.
Yeah, and if you want to mark in your calendar, even though it is a year-long initiative, and I appreciate I know we're tired of saying this word pivot and adjusting, but you're doing that with this initiative. But mark in your calendar, Des Moines Heart Ball, it is happening. We're fingers crossed hoping for Saturday, June 26th. You can mark that down with a great event. As Craig mentioned, he was a part of it and learned lots from what was going on. But this is truly a year-round initiative. A lot has been invested to keep this education going so that we can not only be aware of each other, but hopefully save some lives at the same time. And you can get more details, as you mentioned, Bob. Heart.org is the best place to start. Otherwise, you can always give them a call, 515-414-3202. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us this morning. I think you truly changed some lives.
Yeah, Bob and Craig, stay healthy and have a great rest of 2020.